Hey guys, it's Sohei and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I haven't been reading as much as I used to, so recently I've been trying to pick up some more books for my age. And I stumbled upon this really good series by Veronica Roth. It's called Divergent, and I fell in love with it right away. So today I wanted to do a book review about it. I'll try not to include so many spoilers so you guys can enjoy the story too. So this is a young adult dystopian novel, and it is first person. So the setting is dystopian Chicago, and we learn that after there was a war, the government transformed its society. So there were 5 factions based on the people's personality traits. There's Candor, Abnegation, Dauntless, Erudite, and Amity. And all of these represent different personality traits. For instance, Candor is the honest, Abnegation is the selfless, Dauntless is the brave and free, Amity is the peaceful, and Erudite is the intelligence. And in this society, you are born into one of these fractions, and later on you get to choose which one you'll spend the rest of your life in. So the main character of the series is a 16-year-old girl called Beatrice Pryor. She is the daughter of one of the most influential families in Abnegation, which is the fraction of the selfless. So she lives with her parents, and her father is one of the representatives of the government, and she has a brother. He's not a twin, but they're in the same age at schools, so they're both 16. So in this society, every single year on a specific day, all the 16-year-olds get to choose the fraction they'll spend the rest of their life in. So everyone, including Beatrice, thought that she would go to Abnegation, the selfless, where she's been raised all her life and all her childhood. However, we learned that she's always looked up to and was always fascinated by the Dauntless, who are the brave and the free and independent and strong. So in her initiation ceremony day, she surprises the entire audience and the family by transferring fractions from Abnegation to Dauntless. So in most of the book, we get to learn about how Beatrice, or she renames herself Tris, spends her time in the Dauntless initiation process, which is harsh and mentally and physically berating, and how she has to figure out who are her friends and enemies, and about who she really is, and if she can survive in such a harsh world like this. So I was really interested by this book because of how it really focused on not just the plot, but also the setting, the different characters, their backstories, and the emotions and thoughts of Beatrice. So the good things is that, as I said before, it talks much about society, it goes in depth, and I can really understand how this world building is made and how the society and government functions. Also, I love how Veronica Roth had a really strong, made Beatrice have a strong connection to others. For instance, she has a romantic connection to her trainer, which is a bit weird, called Four. He is 2 years older than her, and we learn, they have a romantic connection. And the good thing about it is that Veronica Roth made it so that it isn't awkward, and it really fits in with how Beatrice becomes herself, how she finds herself, and how Four helps her along the way. However, there are a few things, they're not bad, but things that I wish she would have worked on or improved. First of all is about her, Tris's relationship with Four. Technically, this showcases a relationship between an adult and a child, and I'm not sure this is the best thing to encourage. However, as I said before, I think Veronica Roth was able to make this connection well established, and it wasn't so awkward, but yeah, it's kind of weird. Also, I think I loved how she focused a lot on this setting the backstory and like the characters, but that made it feel like the plot was too quick and it was just like rushed to the ending. I wish that she had developed more on the plot. If she wanted to make it in a specific, like she didn't want to make it too long than it already is, then she could have just like cut off some parts of the front half that didn't really matter that much and included more of the actual plot. Or if she like still wanted to keep the first part, then she could have just enlonged the plot. I for one would still have read the entirety of the series, even though it might be a bit more longer. Also, this is a young adult book and the characters are 16 and 18 years old. I'm 12 years old and this was a bit too easy for me to read actually. So I wish she made the emotions and thoughts, or like the way she writes the books, I wish she had a bit more of an advanced vocabulary. But then again, I have read a lot of books and I've read some other young adult books that use a harder vocabulary, so I might have a different opinion than other people my age. But because of how she made it a bit like, she wrote it that kids could also read it, a wider audience could be reached when she's writing the book. All in all, this is a really good book. I would really recommend it to and people from the ages of 12 to 16, I think. Also, I would try to pause right there. So Veronica Roth said that she was inspired by the books The Giver, Ender's Game, and A Wrinkle in Time. For instance, the initiation ceremony in Divergent was really similar to how kids in The Giver, they were given jobs. However, I really like the fact that while in Giver, other people had gave jobs to the kids instead of them choosing their own professions. In Divergent, the 16-year-olds were able to choose their own fractions. So like if you hide who you are in real life to other people, then in The Giver you would have been stuck with a job that you didn't really enjoy. However, in Divergent, I don't think you would have been like forced to choose a fraction. So yeah, I really like that part of Divergent. Veronica Roth probably didn't mention this, but I think there might have been a lot of connections to Harry Potter and the Hunger Games. For Harry Potter, there was 4 houses, Gryffindor, Slytherin, Hufflepuff, and Ravenclaw. And here there were the 5 fractions, and they were both based on like the personality traits of the characters and what they enjoyed. So that was a bit similar between the 2 books. For the Hunger Games, they both had a lead female protagonist who didn't really fit in with the standards and the society of the other people, and they wanted to make a change. So yeah, I think those 2 books were really similar. I'm looking forward to doing a review on the Hunger Games too, because I really enjoyed that series. If you read any of the books I listed, The Giver, Ender's Game, Wrinkle in Time, Harry Potter, Hunger Games, I think you'll really enjoy this book. So yeah, I recommend it to readers who like those. All in all, this is a really great series. I really loved all of the books, especially Divergent though. The second one, a really short overview of the entire summaries. The second one is called Insurgent. This book isn't bad, but the plot was a bit of the same. It goes through the same things all the time. I wish there was a bit more diversity, and if a bit more time for the characters to enjoy themselves as they did in the first book, so the readers could also like connect with the characters. The last book is called Allegiant. This one really broke my heart. I was crying while I read it. I don't want to go in like too many spoilers, but yeah, like I love the plot. It was just so sad for me, some parts of it. These 3 books are the trilogy. but Veronica Roth also made an extra book called Four. It's Four is the character, the trainer of Tris that she had a romantic relationship with. I really, really, really love this book because Veronica Roth made sure that the readers could get another perspective. Like, they feature the same parts of the story as Divergent did, but we could see it from Four's perspective, and because of this, we could understand why he had feelings for her and like more about him than just the short backstory we had from Divergent. So yeah, I really enjoyed this book too. I hope you guys will also read the series, and yeah. Thank you so much for joining my channel. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye!